Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And today I want to cover all of the new sales in the feature shop to tell you what I think is a good deal that you should consider investing in if you have money or you have crystals, and what you should probably avoid. So let's jump right in. I think in general the uniform upgrade packs are more on the avoid side. They're just a little bit too expensive for the amount of upgrade kits that you get. I really wish that Netmarble would stop adding the Nornstone selectors to these packs. I think that if they had more specialized packs, that they would sell better. So if this still cost 2,500 crystals, but it had, more XP chips or more uniform upgrade kits, and it just threw away the bios and threw away the Nornstones, I think it would be just as good. I know some players need all of these things, but it's a very niche group. I think most characters or most players either need one thing or the other, but not necessarily both. But in general, I think that these ones, both the relay pack and this one, are not very good. The level 5 uniform XP chips are about the only rare item here. And with 10 characters getting their uniforms recently, it's going to be very difficult to level them up. Keep in mind, your uniform XP chips are best saved for native tier 2 uniforms like Proxima, Corvus, and Thanos, because Thanos costs double in terms of XP, so it's going to take you forever to grind him, but also you can't ever use tickets on their uniforms, so the XP is only gotten through chips or naturally, so it's very, very time ineffective. Moving on to the exclusive 3-year anniversary pack. This is a brand new sale, and you can see it here in Canadian dollars. It's 70. I believe it's $50 USD. So Canadians are kind of getting screwed a little bit, but I'm sure other countries are as well. But this is a very good deal. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but wow. A mega mythic ticket, a mega rank up ticket, a mega tier 2 ticket, and 1,000 crystals. There's never been a better deal than this in the store, period. This is, fantastic. I can't really explain this. I know it's limited to one. I wish it wasn't. Basically any player in the game this is good for. This would give you immediately a tier 2 ultimate plus a mythic uniform for another character. You could take any character from the update immediately to tier 2 with a mythic uniform if you didn't have them at all. So this is just a wild offer, and I would definitely strongly consider picking it up if you have the funds and you want to invest in the game. Moving on to one of the worst or one of the big negative changes in the feature shop, the 3-year anniversary pack. Now this one confuses me a lot. I'm not sure what Netmarble was thinking here, but they didn't change much. They didn't add a lot, but they just jacked up the price. Why? So originally this was $115 for me in Canadian dollars, so they jacked up the price by $25 Canadian. Now I can't speak for the US cost, might have been less, but for me, for a $25 increase, I better see some pretty good bonuses, especially since this is getting into the really expensive territory. This is almost $150 for a single package in the game. That's just bananas, right? So they only added 1,000 crystals, which is already a big mistake. Basically it's 1-to-1, right? 1,100 crystals and it costs about $110. So it should be 1-to-1. So I should be seeing here about 14,000 crystals. Why I'm seeing 12,000 is honestly confusing to me. But they only added 1,000 crystals, and then they added an extra 100 biometrics, which is worthless. They didn't add any Nornstones. They didn't add any Nornstones of Chaos, and then they added 200 black antimatter. So you're basically telling me, Netmarble, that 1,000 crystals, 100 bios, and 200 black antimatter is worth $25. No, it's not. That long pause was me not having anything else to say, because it's a horrible, horrible thing to do. You jacked up the price basically for no reason. And it basically puts me out of the price range for this anniversary pack. I have zero interest in purchasing this, and I would recommend that you stay away from it, because it's honestly way too expensive now, and they've pretty much ruined this anniversary pack, which is unfortunate. I really hope that they change this. They should honestly get rid of the Nornstones. Nobody's purchasing this for Nornstones. Most of the players that purchase this are veterans or whales. I would increase the number of crystals and just get rid of the bios and the Nornstones. Yeah, I think that's much better. You can add uniform XP chips for all I care. but otherwise it's pretty bad. Moving on to the premium and special Infinity War packs. These ones are much better in terms both of their pricing and in terms of what you get. Now, in order to fully understand the value of these two packs, you do have to go back and assess the Event Quest event shop. You are going to get 400 tickets or 400 tokens from the event if you do all of the days. Actually, 420. Because they gave 20 tickets for free, 20 tokens for free. But let's just go back and assume 400. 400 will get you any one of the premium items, the mythic ticket. It's not a mega mythic ticket, or a tier 2 advancement ticket, or a couple of other things. It won't get you quite far enough to get 5 million gold, but you can get, I think, 2.1 million gold, or you can get 800 Chaos Nornstones, which is a very good deal, or the same number of Black Antimatter. Black Antimatter and Chaos Nornstones are actually more worth it now than ever before because of the tier 2 to tier 3 potential enhancement that you have to do, which costs anywhere from 2,500 to about 3,500 Black Antimatter. It costs less if you use Chaos Nornstones, but it still costs in the thousands for each character to get from level 60 to level 70 through the potential realization and enhancement. So it's definitely not a bad deal to be getting additional tokens to get Chaos Nornstones. So if we go back and we look at the store, the special pack, we'll talk about you later, X-Men. The special pack is actually not bad. I've already purchased one, and I'm probably going to purchase another one. For $40, I'm already getting a similar number of crystals, 3,300. The bows are just whatever, the Nornstones are just whatever, but I get an additional 350 tokens. That's an additional 700 Chaos Nornstones. So you ask me, for $40, if I get 3,300 crystals and 700 Nornstones of Chaos, that's a great deal. That's better than some of these other deals in the store. If you proportionately divide this one, it's way better. You get more than half of these 1,200 Nornstones for a fraction of the price. It's you know, a third of the price, almost a fourth of the price. So I think this is a great deal. I think this pack is a little bit worse because it's a lot more expensive. It's 110 and you're only getting 8,800. I think they should have gone to 10,000 with this one, or like 9,500 crystals. But it's a lot of tokens. I don't think you need that many tokens, but if you just want to clean out the shop, you want like 7 million gold, all of the Black Antimatter and Chaos Nornstones, plus the ticket, plus the mythic uniform upgrade. This is probably for you. It's not great. This one's kind of okay. It's kind of middle of the road. Moving along to the tier 3 booster packs and special booster packs. The problem with both of these packs, not problem, but the thing that's missing, the item, is the Thanos Diaries. The Titan Records item that you get from the Proxima World Boss Ultimate. You need 10 of those to tier 3 Captain America. They are nowhere to be found, and that is the rarest item right now in the game, then the most expensive, and I'm hoping that Netmarble never sells it. In the meantime, we have this pack to look at. It's a pretty decent amount of Dimension Dust and Titan component packs, which you need for ranking up characters' gears. It's an okay amount of Cosmic Cube fragments. Keep in mind, you need 800 fragments to tier 3 Captain America, so you can kind of do the math on how much this gives you for $40. It's just a very low number of crystals, so I have a hard time endorsing and evaluating positively these two packs because you're spending so much money for such a very little return in crystals, and you're only going to be able to use these other 3 items, Dimension Dust, Titan component packs, and Cosmic Cubes fragments, once you get characters' potentials to 100. So I think this is a bit short-sighted by Netmarble. A lot of players are reporting that they're not getting any of their characters to potential 100, so they can't upgrade any characters to level 70. They can't upgrade any of their gears to 25, and so it makes these two packs completely worthless. So I think they could have maybe waited a couple of days to introduce these packs, or they could have made more of these packs, like instead of 2 having 4, and kind of played with the numbers a little bit, having some with more crystals and fewer components, maybe just 1 component if you're missing 1 but you have a lot of the other ones. But maybe in the future these packs will look more attractive. Maybe if they just added like another 1,000 crystals, this would be great, but right now I don't really recommend either of these. The Mega Uniform Upgrade pack, they changed it a little bit, actually. Before it was a bit cheaper. I believe it was about $46 Canadian, so they did upgrade the price by a few dollars. I'm not sure, maybe it's $5 US more. And it only gave 2,500 crystals. So they upgraded the crystals by 700, which is smart. I think this is a better deal now than it was before. It gives you more crystals, enough to get like a mega rank up ticket when it's on sale for the tiered sale or something like that. So I think this is close to being worthwhile if you're trying to boost uniforms at a fast rate. But for the everyday player, I think it's still too expensive. The mega pack for tier 2 and the basic pack for tier 2, they haven't changed. I think they might have no, they did change a little bit. They changed around the crystal amount. They added about 800 crystals to this one. I'm looking at the old sales here. They added 800 crystals and they bumped up the price by about $10. Not worth it. It wasn't worth it before though. And then, oh, that's the mega one. Yeah, it wasn't really worth it before. It was a bit too expensive. It's kind of still too expensive. And then the basic one was really not worth it before. It used to be 2,500 crystals. They added 700 crystals, but again, they upped the price a little bit by about $5. Still not worth it because you get so many tier 2 tickets now, and tier 2s are just not really as valuable as they used to be. With tier 3s and level 70s and stuff like that. Finally, we have the X-Men Special Pack and the X-Men Premium Pack. They've upgraded the price on both of these. This one used to be about $93 Canadian for me, and now it's $109. They added the gold, and they added an extra X gene selector for $300. And I think they upped the feathers and stuff like that. I don't really see the value here. It's a little bit too expensive. It does give you a lot of crystals, but this is kind of if you really want to rush to get certain characters. Keep in mind you're not going to be able to get Magic or Emma Frost from these selectors or Colossus, so it really only leaves you with Angel and X-23 if you want to rush them, or one of the 4 X-Men that you can farm for, Cyclops, etc. So I just don't really, I really don't see the value there. If it included the X-Gene Selector characters like Magic, this would definitely be a more attractive pack. Same thing goes for this one. Not enough crystals, no feathers, just not really worth it. The last one we have to talk about is actually the Tony Stark's supply chest. So far, I haven't gotten anything good. I've gotten energy twice, and I got, I believe, Mcron crystals or another type of random item. But yeah, other than that, I've heard a lot of people getting clear tickets. One person got a mega rank up ticket, which immediately pays for the cost of this item. So basically, it's kind of a gamble. You have 7 days to get one good item. If you get one good item, you hit the jackpot. If you get 2 good items, you hit the double jackpot. But I think some people will buy this and not get any good items. But getting an extra 100 energy or 200 energy per day could actually be a decent thing. You could get an extra 100,000 gold. It can help you here or there, and it's not a bad thing to get. Just keep in mind, if you're purchasing this every 7 days for a month, it's adding up to about $11 or $12. So you have to start to put that out and calculate it against the cost of a Stark stash. You are getting the items faster, so you get more of them, but it may end up being less valuable than a Stark stash in the long term, especially if the rates, we don't know the rates yet, they're coming soon, but if the rates for the mega rank up tickets are like less than 1%, it's probably better to just save the money. It's worth a little bit more than half of a Stark stash, but the Stark stash guarantees you a mega rank up ticket after that month's worth of savings. Finally, I'm not going to be covering the Infinity War Extreme Pack because I'm going to be purchasing it after I watch Infinity War tonight, after the recording of this video. So let me know if you guys want to see a spoiler-free review of Infinity War. I'm super excited to watch the movie. I'm hoping that you guys are, if you haven't yet, and if you already have, awesome. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoy the content and you want to support me. Hit the bell if you don't want to miss any of my content. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.